Do you want to gain knowledge and skills from upskilling events? Matutulungan ka ng DigiField Tech Nation. Nag-o-offer ng free webinars like Research, Adobe Photoshop, Microsoft Trainings, Google Tools Training, and many more. Made by teacher for teachers. Katuwang ng mga guro. Join na!
Our ever-loving Father, the core of every reason, the source of truth. You who made the earth and the heavens are the ultimate goal of every knowledge seekers, the infinite wisdom, the cause of all that is good. We are truly grateful for this opportunity to gather together as a community despite the challenges we face each day. Yet you remained and gave us strength to carry on the responsibilities of bearing intelligence and using them for better purposes. We now humbly ask you to join us in our endeavor to explore the wonders of life in the world for knowledge's sake, that in whatever we learn today, we become more grounded to you, who is truth, who is love. We pray that you bless our speakers, the fount of your infinite knowledge, that they can share something worthwhile despite the limited time we have. They can channel all they know and share to us the beauty and truth of living as your child. We pray that you guide our participants, the seekers of your boundless knowledge, that they may continue to persevere in the search and be deemed worthy to share what they learn from today's session. Sanctify us, O Lord, not because we are worthy of it, but because we believe in your love and mercy, that at the end of the day, we can take home something that's amazing and meaningful. This we ask and pray through Christ our Lord. Amen.
There's no pride in our hearts, for simply our God has gone to give out to the world. For this our God from the very start and prosperity to us. Together they that we shall together for us love.
From the 1.6 sa RTI University. Asa ka nagdala ng RTI? So, it can refer or access to one or two sa web portfolio. Kung isa siya sa link sa RTI, pwede mo siya sa local school board na nila sa Facebook.
Ayan, good afternoon po sa lahat. Good afternoon po sa Sir Art. Salamat po Sir Art sa pagsama sa akin ngayon. Okay, so bago po muna ang lahat ay ibitahan ko po kayo sa pag-join ng aking isang maliit na course po, webinar for a cause. So ito po yung naglalayo na makapagbigay tulong sa ating mga kapwa guro at sa mga schools na nangangailangan ng mga printing materials and also other Samaritan purposes. Okay? So sa mga nakadalo po ngayon, magandang hapon sa lahat. Okay, so sobrang dami na po ng mga messages po natin ngayon, hindi ko na po mabasa lahat. So for everyone, thank you so much for joining our webinar this afternoon. It's a very interesting topic. Okay, so biglang nawala si Sir Art. Okay. So pasensya po pala sa ating background ngayon. It's because two birds in one stone po ako ngayon. Nagkakandak ng free webinar and also attending po ng virtual school meeting po namin ngayon. Okay? Okay, so ngayon lang po nakapasok. Magandang hapon po sa lahat. Okay. Okay, without further ado, let me introduce our speaker this afternoon. So, siya po isang teacher din. Okay, teacher, robotics coach, NASA JPL Solar System Ambassador, Ma'am Janilo Pangilinan Real Licensed Professional Teacher. So Ma'am Janilo is an expert in positive possibilities for people, especially students. She is a globally competitive educator and coach in the field of math, ICT, and robotics. She integrates her BS accounting degree and professional education units with 15 years of experience, engaging students across integrated curriculum fields. Our speaker provides inspiration and information to make sure that her learners reach their full potentials, develop positivity, productivity, and responsible citizenship. Ma'am Janilo adds extra value with certification in mathematics, exploring computer science, robotics, information communications technology, sustainability, graphic design, programming, and other related studies. She has been an educator in the Philippines, Mississippi, Virginia, and New Mexico, USA. She also served as director for RoboFest Philippines, RoboRave International, Rules Committee Representative, Asia Pacific. NASA JPL Solar System Ambassador, NM AEOP Cohort Member, NMPED Resource Speaker, Math Educator, NASA Technologies Teacher, Robotics and ICT Coach. So, let us welcome Ma'am Janelo Pangilinan Real, our guest speaker for this afternoon. Good afternoon po, Ma'am Janelo.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon po. Naririnig niyo po ako?
Yes po, ma'am.
Ayan. Para kasing may naririnig akong background.
Kasi ma'am, again, I'm in the middle of
Ay, okay
school
po.
faculty meeting po namin.
Okay po. Hello, good afternoon po sa ating mga viewers. Try ko lang share screen, sir, no?
Good afternoon, sir.
Ayan. Kita niyo po ang aking nandyan sa inyo, sir. Kita niyo po yung screen ko. Magtataba ko para. Ayan. Kita niyo ba? Wait lang, sir. Hindi ko kasi kayo makikita. Sir, pwedeng pa-PM sa akin yung link sa live para kita ko kayo habang naka-live tayo. Pero ito po yung aking wait lang po. Ayan, kita niyo po. Buo. Wait ko lang po yung para nakikita ko kayo kasi medyo weird pag di ko nakikita yung kausap ko.
So good afternoon, Sir Juan, and good afternoon, Ma'am Janilo from Batangas.
Hindi ko pa din kita. Wait lang po, ha.
Okay po, ma'am.
Hi, Josh. Student pala ako sa paligid-ligid. Ayan. So, ako po ngayon ay nasa Cavite. At ang aking ayaw lumabas ng aking, ayan. Kita niyo po. So, pwedeng pamute nung isang audio. Kasi nag-e-echo. Magkukonti. Ayan. At pasend po nung para makausap ko po yung ating mga viewers kasi di ko sila nakikita. Wait lang po, ha. Medyo mahirap pong setup natin. Mahirap kapag sir, no, naka-live tayo. Hindi ko makita yung ating link. Pasend po ng link, sir. Para makita ko yung nasa screen. Para kita ko kayo. Dito ako titingin.
Excuse me, ma'am. I already send the link na po para makita niyo na po ang YouTube live natin.
Okay po.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you po. Wait ko dun sa ating chat. Ayan, kamusta po ang ating mga viewers sa kahit sa tanghaling tapat? Tayo ay mag-aaral. So, yung iba po sa inyo ay matagal nang nag-a-attend. Masyado nyo akong mahal. Dahil nandyan pa rin kayo kahit na hindi kayo nauumay sa aking kagandahan. So, dala ko po dito ang aking mga alagang robot. So, para makita natin mamaya send na po, sir. Wait.
Sa private message po natin, ma'am.
Apo, sa na lang po, sa Facebook, sa Messenger na lang po para madali akong makadaan. Ayan. Hanggang oras ba ninyo gusto? Baka abutin tayo ng 10 years dito, sir. Hindi mauubos. Ayun.
Hanggang 5 lang ma'am. Mahirap na ma'am.
Hanggang 5.
Baka,
Oh,
yes.
ayan.
Alam naman
Okay.
natin, very
So,
interesting topic po.
so we are now going to STEMify your classroom and we are going to engage, explore, and apply sana, no? Yung application medyo, note po ito mahabang sequence ng mga task and hindi natin kayang tapusin ng isa. Kaya nga natin ng last year, I did a series of webinar for Pelta and Power. So, isang taon kami nag-webinar, hindi pa rin naubos yung topics. So, dito ay parang babalikan natin for the benefit of those na hindi naka-attend last year and dadagdagan natin para sa mga bagong updates. So, ang STEMify your classroom is a challenge. It's a great challenge para sa atin, especially in the pandemic. Kasi in as much as we have some materials in the classroom or in our schools, hindi rin natin magamit dahil hindi naman tayo face-to-face, ano? So, ang tanong, are you STEM or STEAM ready? Anybody who knows what STEAM is or STEM is? Para check natin kung naaalala nyo pa ba? Kung ano yung STEM and STEAM. Pwede po tayo mag-chat. Nababasa ko po yung mga chat nyo dyan. Teka lang, scroll up ko yan. Ano po ba what comes to your mind when you hear STEAM or STEM? Baka sabihin nyo, siopaw sa steamer. Okay, ano po ba yung ating STEAM and STEM? How much do you know about STEAM and STEM? So, binabasa ko po yung inyong live chat. Wala pa po ako nakita. Puro good afternoon po. Ayan, Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Maths kay Ma'am Jen Flores Ferrer. Okay, ayan, at least meron na akong active listener. So, yung ating pong Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Math is correct. So, ano po ba ang inyong mga areas or fields? Meron po ba tayo dito, ano pong mga tinuturo nyo na class? Meron po ba ditong MAPE teacher? Meron po ba ditong arts teacher? Ayan. Si Ruben, Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Math. Sino po dito yung may experience na sa robotics and programming ng konti? Or madami? Computer science student po. Ayan, may com-sci student pala dito. May mga students pala tayo. Sino po dito may mga experience na math po? Si Ma'am Edna Math, computer teacher, Lego, EB3. Si Sir Ruben. Ayan. So, in-encourage ko po yung mga kasama natin na if you see questions, pwede niyo po akong i-help para dyan. Okay, so, STEAM ready ba tayo? Ano ba yung, ito pong di-discuss ko sa inyo ay based sa aming experience bilang I am the owner of STEMified Robotics Learning Center. I am also affiliated with several organizations. So if you have questions, I will be very willing to share with you some resources and I can guide you to go to whom you needed to go and people whom you need to talk to para ma-assist kayo sa inyong STEM needs. Okay. So, ano ba yung agenda natin today? We're going to have STEAM robotics. For robotics, STEAM robotics is robotics STEAM. What are the secret ingredients based on my experience? And ano ba yung mga learning platforms na pwede nating puntahan if we are a teacher or we are a student or we are an administrator? Ano ba yung mga learning platforms and products na available? Ano ba yung mga alliances na kailangan mong i-build? Ano ba yung mga products and services na nandun? Kanino ba ako pa-partner kapag ako ay Lego holder? Pag sabi ko Lego holder, ang kit nyo sa inyong school ay Lego. Kanino ba ako pa-partner kapag ang kit ko ay Arduino? Kanino ba ako pa-partner kapag gusto ko both? Or saan ba ako magjo-join na mga opportunities? May mga workshops ba? May mga webinars ba na available? May mga competitions ba online? Ano yung mga options? Okay? And what will happen to us being teachers? And how are we going to impact our students or our learners or our co-workers dito sa ating mga engagement na ginagawa? So this is going to be a very holistic approach. Okay? So kapag gusto nyo pong i-explore yung mga links na ibibigay namin, you can split your screen. Ito po yung ating setup. So, kunyari, ito yung screen nyo. You can do restore down. Kalahati ng screen, yung aking YouTube live na namin ni-serve. And then, yung kalahati is, you can put a window so you can open the links and search for the resources. At kung gusto nyo ay i-bookmark nyo na. Kung nandito ang aking mga kaalon, hello po sa mga kaalon, ay i-collection na po natin yung ating mga link last week pala, hindi pala last week, no? So, last time, meron na tayong, tinuruan tayong gumawa ng wakelet nila Sir Art. So, yan, pwede nyo nang i-bookmark doon ang mga links na makukuha nyo today para pwede nyo balik-balikan. Okay, I'm going to give you, wala pa ako ibibigay sa inyong cash at whatever. Time lang po ang mabibigay ko sa inyo. I can give you 2 minutes to have your, lalakihan natin yung aking time. To have your computer set up, 2 minutes. Timer starts now. Yan. Sir, wag mo akong iiwan ha. Pag sinabi kong lakihan mo ako, switch natin. Kasi I will be showing the kits. Nandito sa paligid-ligid ko tong mga robot ko para mas makita ninyo ng malapitan. Okay, 2 minutes. And then 1 minute more. Set up lang natin yung ating mga computer. Ayan. Okay. Yan, 10 seconds. Yan natin 12 para ma-ready na. Para komportable tayo. Yan, Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Math. Ayun, time na po. So, next. Sino ba yung mga nandito? Kanina tinanong ko na, no? And then, how to ask questions during the presentation kasi baka ma-overwhelm kayo sa mga ipapakita kong mga materials and mga links. You can ask your questions, type it via live chat, and then later po, babalikan natin kasi baka lumampas tayo ng 5 o'clock kapag sinagot natin lahat. And then, later din po, meron si Sir na ipopost na ating attendance and survey question. Di ba po, sir? Tama ba? Parang ganun.
Yes, ma'am.
Makuha niyo yung certificate. Okay. So, part 2. What is STEAM or what is STEM? STEM and robotics are not STEAM and robotics are not science alone. So, ano ba yung requirements? Kaya kailangan po before, nagkakaroon ng, para po ito sa mga teachers at mga admin, nagkakaroon ng civil war. Tawag ko doon civil war. Kakaroon ng civil war yung mga science teacher at saka math teacher at saka yung iba pang mga subject area teachers. Bakit ba? Ang napapasama lagi sa robotics ay science teacher. At kapag may robotics kit na available, ang laging tinatanong at ang laging tinatawag at ang laging nahahandugan ay ang mga science teacher. So, gusto natin dito is a collaborative learning experience para sa mga bata. So, instead of asking, sino ba dapat ang mag-handle ng mga robotics and programming classes? Ito ba ay para sa science teacher lang? Hindi po. So, if you are going to start with a team of educators or facilitators or a club doon sa inyong schools or locations, I would recommend getting a science teacher, a math teacher, an ICT or IT teacher, an arts teacher, and an English teacher, and everyone else interested to merge with you. Bakit po ganon? kailangan niyo po yung expertise ng bawat isa. So, hindi po pwedeng isang concentration lang, lugi. Lugi, lalo na kapag competitions, kasi kailangan yon. In the same manner, na kung ikaw ang coach or ikaw ang lead facilitator or ikaw ang in charge sa STEM and robotics program ng school, ang pipiliin mong mga estudyante na magjo-join sa inyong group ay assorted. Merong builder. So, there's 3 types of students na nahahandle ko. First is the coder. Coder lang. Hindi siya skilled sa maraming bagay, pero napakagaling niyang mag-code. Meron naman builder lang. Kahit bigyan mo siya ng mga stick, ng mga rubber band, nakakabuo siya ng kahit ano. Pero pag pinag-code mo siya, wala na siya sa wisyo. Hindi niya kayang mag-code. So, meron tayong coder lang, builder lang. At meron tayong mga combination, hybrid ang tawag ko doon. Coder na builder pa. And meron pa yung mga plus factor na builder na artist pa. So, if you are trying to put up teams, try to have a whole team with groups of 3. At least may isang math and coder, builder, math and science inclined, and then artist na combination ng mga sinabi ko kanina. Kasi it requires a lot of skills para makapag come up with a robotic solution or programming solution. Bakit? Kasi hindi lang naman coding ang kailangan. We need hard skills and soft skills. So, ito yung mga clarifying questions dito. Ano ba yung mga kailangan? Kailangan ba yung iba? Ito pala yung casual lang tayo, kunyari nagkwekwentuhan lang tayo dito. So, doon sa pagpipilian, ang isa pang social issue, marami kasing social issue dito. Kapag daw mayaman lang daw ang pwedeng mag-robotics. Ang sasabihin ko dyan is, may advantage ang may financial stability pagdating sa robotics. Bakit? Kasi nakakabili sila ng sarili nilang kit. Hindi sila dependent sa mga kit na nasa school lang. Pangalawa is, financially kaya nilang mag-register, kaya nilang mag-join sa mga competitions na may registration fee at magbayad. So, yun yung advantage. Otherwise, other than that, pantay-pantay lang naman. Kasi natututunan naman lahat. Ang pinakamahirap lang matutunan dito ay soft skills. Bakit? Ano ba yung hard skills and soft skills? Hard skills are robotics software, robotics hardware, technical know-how, computer programming, mechanical, electronics, and electrical concepts, sensors, all about sensors, and the general from grades kinder all the way up, kung anong level ka na ngayon, lahat ng natutunan mong background in science, technology, engineering, and math. And language. Hindi na pasama yung language, pero kasama yung language. Arts is still arts. Okay? Yun ay natuturo sa classroom. Ang hindi basta-basta natuturo sa classroom ay soft skills. Ano yung mga soft skills? Communication, negotiation, and humanity skill. Ikaw ba ay taong kausap? Ikaw ba ay marunong makipag-usap? Kaya mo bang ilabas ang iyong iniisip at nasasabi mo ba siya ng tama? Students who stayed in the classroom and kept quiet since grade 1 all the way to high school never was given a chance by the teacher or by the parent or by the community to express himself. Although alam niya lahat yung hard skills, hindi siya magiging ganun ka-successful kasi hanggang sa kanya na lang, hindi niya kayang sabihin. In the same way that yung tao na nandun lang sa classroom at nakaupo at never nag-engage, nakipag-usap kahit kanino, at binigay mo ng group task. Kaya for the teachers who are handling STEM, it is really important that there is always collaborative learning experience. Kailangan matuto ng teamwork. Ba't kailangan matuto ng teamwork? Kasi team kayong lumalaban. Kung di ka marunong makipag-usap sa team, di ka marunong mag-accept ng constructive criticism, ikaw ay judgmental. Remember, bawal ang judgmental. Wala kang interpersonal skills, kailangan mo makipag-usap sa coordinator ng event, hindi mo malapitan kasi hindi ka marunong makipag-usap. So those are hard-earned soft skills na nangyayari lang, hindi yung kaya ng overnight. Yung tinuro ko ngayon, alam mo na bukas. Kailangan bilang STEAM teacher or STEM teacher, kasabay yung tinuturo ng hard skills. Ano pa? Problem solving. Simula grade school, tinuturoan ka na ng step by step procedure, no? Yung mga, ano yung mga kailangan bilang investigator, science investigator. Pero, hanggang kwento lang, hindi talaga na-experience. Hindi na-apply yung hard skills plus soft skill. So, hindi pa rin nag-solidify yung problem solving skills. And ito pa yung matindi, yung self-motivation. Number one criteria is behavior sa aking experience based on my own opinion. Ang number one kong criteria when I get students in my team is first, ugali. Second is gusto niya ba? Kasi may mga sabihin na natin, may mga stage parents na gusto lang nilang kasali sa robotics team or sa programming team yung kanilang anak, pero yung kanilang anak ayaw naman sumali. So parang napipilitan lang. So wala na siyang self-motivation, parang mahihirapan ka siyang i-reach out unless during the program is na-enjoy na talaga. Plus, dahil hindi siya motivated, wala din siyang time management. Hindi niya na balance between academics and then robotics team participation. So, yun yung third qualification. Kailangan, kapag may bagsak sa akin, pag may bagsak ka, hindi ka pwedeng maglaro, hindi ka pwedeng mag-participate. Kailangan i-meet mo muna yung requirements sa school kasi extracurricular activity lang naman yung sa school. In the same way as the teacher, the robotics coach, kung ikaw naman yung mentor or yung team coach, hindi naman pwedeng masacrifice mo yung classes mo para lang i-accommodate yung 6 na bata na nandun sa robotics team mo, ay ang estudyante mo ay 60, 100, hanggang 200. Ako nga 300 eh. Alam nga namang iwanan ko yung 300 para lang i-tutor ko na or i-coach ko yung 6 na bata. So that would be unfair in the academe na you invest more dun sa 6 students rather than sa 300 students. So yun din yung kailangan tandaan ng mga teachers na mag-handle nito. So again, you need the hard skills and the soft skills. Yan. Bakit kailangan ma-develop yung hard skill and soft skills? Because these STEAM programs that we have in our schools, those are roadways to a career pathway. So yun ang talon. There is a disconnect between LM to high school to senior high school, and then going to college. Technically, those who are engaging in the STEAM program, robotics program sa school, we are assuming that they are going to go for more STEM-based courses. Dapat magamit nila yon. Unfortunately, mas kokonti yung opportunity sa college kaysa sa LM to senior high school in terms of engaging in STEM programs. So, yun yung kailangan nating i-work out. So, bilang mga STEM facilitators or administrators sa inyong school, kailangan ay makikonnect tayo sa mga universities at kasi sila yung tayo ang nag-feed sa kanila ng mga bata. Enjoyin nyo yung journey with the kids and guide them towards a career pathway. Kasi after college, dire-diretso na yan into the robotics application like manufacturing, tool industry, medical, entertainment, may mga animators like Disney, agriculture para sa ating mga agri, and then some of them would be teachers. So, etong ating ang ating slides na to is courtesy of High-Tech Power. So, they are the provider of Vex Robotics. Ayan. So, ano naman ang mapapala ng mga bata at ng mga teachers kapag nagpunta sila sa mga STEM or STEAM competitions? So, ganito po yung itsura ng ating World Championship. So, merong mga participants na ang ating country sa mga ganyang innovations. Mamaya, isa-isahin ko yan at piliin nyo kung saan kayo pipili. Sobrang dami pagpipilian. Okay, so ito yung mga ways on how we engage. So there are humanoids that are already being marketed dito sa atin. We have now is used for training, education, medical, research. Itong medical in terms of those with special needs. So kung meron po ditong mga special ed teachers, merong mga robotics kit especially designed for STEM programs. I mean, SPED programs under the STEM curriculum. So, pwede ko din kayong i-guide dyan. Paano ba magiging successful kung mag-i-start kami at magkakaroon ako ng team? First is, you have to love what you're doing. Hindi ka sasali dahil inutusan ka lang. Kung sa tingin mo, sa puso mo, hindi mo talaga matatanggap na ikaw ang STEM coordinator, you have to say no. Otherwise, everyone in the team would suffer, especially kung nag-iisa ka lang. So, just to share, when I was teaching in the US, I ran the whole robotics program doon sa school. And when I left, all my robots were locked up just because nobody is going to continue. So, yun ang ayaw nyong mangyari doon. Kasi, some of those kids, remember, some of those kids or even some of those teachers na burn out na nag-join sa team, they look at it as a venue to decompress. Tapos bigla kang magku-quit dahil ayaw mo na. Di sana pala in the first place, hindi mo na lang tinanggap because you're leaving behind those hopeful individuals na this is my ticket para makakuha ng scholarship. This is my ticket para makawala ako sa stress sa bahay, sa school and everything. Pero yung palang mentor na tumanggap ng job ay hindi niya gusto yung kanyang ginagawa. So, choose a job that you love. So, you would feel like you will never have to work for a day. Bakit ko nasabi yun? Kasi sabi nga sa RoboRave namin, today's play is tomorrow's pay. So, take the activities or the efforts you do as part of you growing up professionally and personally. And kung may mga maririnig kang maraming nega sa paligid-ligid. Remember tayo nasa Pilipinas, crab mentality capital yata tayo of the world. It's not about you. Okay? Everything you do in the robotics program is not just about you. It is a vocation. It's changing the mindset of people who may be losing their hopes. And you don't have to please everybody. We're not everyone's cup of tea. Hindi lagi-laging panalo. It's not all about winning. Sharing this experience in 2008 was the very first year that I joined the robotics competition under FELTA. It's called Philippine Robotics Olympiad. Hi, Miss Mylene, my friend, since 2008 sa buong Cavite. Ako pa lang yung nagko-compete doon sa category na yan. And we're one of the few public schools na nagjo-join. The first year we joined, we ranked 12th out of the 18. The next year we joined, we ranked 10. The third, 8, 9, 10. Then, sumunod ay 8. And then, susunod, sabi ko, 6. 6 na kasi parang tumatalon ng 2 years. So, we came to a point that parang nung nasa event kami, gusto na namin umuwi kasi sabi namin, ma'am, uwi na tayo kasi gabi na. Kasi uwi pa kaming Cavite, Quezon City yung yung event. And the kids were saying, oh, we did good today. So therefore, mas taas. We are not even aiming for the first kasi it's not all about winning. It's all about taking the risk and failing and enjoying the journey within. And we are one family. So pagdating doon, sabi ko, Miss Connie, kasi Miss Connie was the facilitator. Uwi na kami sa Cavite. Mamaya, kunin na namin yung certificate. Hindi na nga namin tatapusin yung awarding. Sabi niya, ma'am, wait lang. Hintayin nyo na, malapit nang matapos. So, cutting the story short, we ranked 3rd. So, sobrang saya namin kasi kasama kami sa Philippine team going to Malaysia. Kaya lang, nung pagbaba ng stage, we heard somebody say, ma'am, kung hindi nyo tatanggapin, sa amin na lang. So, the kids were heartbroken. Bakit ganun? Kasi public school daw kami. Wala kaming pambayad sa ticket. Wala kaming wala kaming pambayad sa kung ano-ano dahil public school. So, don't be discouraged na public school ka lang. Alam ko mahirap lumaban sa mga private school kasi meron silang budget. Pero, if you work together and you have to know before you go and you've read everything and you're ready to take up the challenge, therefore, may chance. So, hindi namin nilet go yung chance. We talk to the right people. Sabi nga dito, don't join the angry boat. Wala namang ginagawa sa'yo yung ibang team. Dahil competitive ka, akala mo kailangan mong awayin yung kabilang team para manalo ka. Hindi po ganon. So, ito ay may spirit, parang sports lang. May spirit ng brotherhood, may sportsmanship. So, wag tayong magalit sa mga taong hindi naman tayo kasali sa away ng may away. Know the things before you go, because the first rule in any competition, in any event, is to know the rules. When you compete, you have to know the theme. When you know that there would be financial funds needed to go, then tingnan kung kaya ng budget. Kung hindi kaya, wag ipilit. Kung wala talagang possible source, wag ipilit. So, ito yung mga ingredients that makes up a successful program. Okay, ano ba yung mga learning platforms? Tingnan ulit natin yung chat. Ano po ba ang meron sa inyong school na kits? Kanina si Sir may nakita ko meron siyang EV3. Okay, ano po may mga kit na nasa inyong schools or nasa inyong, may kaway student, ano na bang kit ang iyong nabili? Kasi bilang student, meron ka din kayang bilhin sa mga, tawag ko doon, mura. Yung mga mahal, maharlika. Okay, tingnan natin sa chat. Ano po ba ang meron na sa inyong possession? Anybody? Pang naglag na ba ako or wala lang nag-chat? Okay, kung meron na po sa inyo. Kung wala, mga software. Ano pong mga software na ang nagamit nyo? So, dun tayo sa learning platform. Ayan. Habang intay tayo habang mamaya. Okay, so ito yung first kit. So ito yung ating Lego EV3. So ito yung isa-isahin ko yung mga robots. So ito yung Lego EV3. Okay, so si Lego EV3 is a product of Lego. EV3 meaning Evolution 3. So this is the third series. So meron tayong RCX, then the NXT, and then ito yung EV3. Ano yung meron dito sa EV3? So ito yung yung kanyang, kita nyo ba? Sir, pwede mo ba akong lakihan? Pagpalitin mo kami ng anong tawag dito? Screen. Dapat mas malaki ako kaysa sa aking PowerPoint. Sir Art. Nandiyan ka ba, Sir Art? Kasi hindi nila makikita. Ayan. Okay. So, ito po yung ating EV3. So, dapat kita yung slide, sir. Hati ka, may chop-chop. So, meron siyang distance sensor. So, kita ba? Saan ba? Ayan. So, meron tayong ultrasonic sensor. Meron tayong, ano ba to? Color sensor. So, ayan. And then, meron tayong motors dito. So, meron tayong servo motors. And then, meron tayong brake. Okay. So, sa ating brake, meron tayong sensor ports. 4 na sensor ports. Meron siyang USB port and SD card. And then, meron siyang motor ports. Ayan. So, meron siyang mga cable. So, if you look at the cable, ito ay proprietary. Ibig sabihin, sa Lego lang po kayo makakabili. Yung kanyang jack, yung RJ niya, nasa kanan yung pinaka-clip. So, hindi mo to pwedeng sirain at putulin at bibili ka ng RJ45. Hindi po siya sasalpak. So, ito po yung ating EV3. Okay? Sir, pa-split ako dun sa presentation. Okay. So, ito yung ating spike prime. Ayan, yan. Sakto yan, sir. Tama yung kanina. Yung kanina, mas malaki yung package. Tingnan natin. So, ito po yung, yan. Ito po yung ating Spike Prime. Ito ang iba. Para makita nyo, this is Bluetooth enabled. So, para makita nyo yung difference. Si Spike Prime ay 4. Ito po yung kanyang difference. Si EV3 ay may screen, so you can see what's in there. Si Spike Prime po wala. So, you are controlling this through the software. And then, meron siyang tatlong, bali 6 na ports lang dito sa gilid. And then, meron siyang mga, ito na yung large motor niya. So, yan yung mga motors. And then, of course, meron din siyang mga gears, beams, and ganito po yung kanyang, parang JST yung kanyang connector. Yan. So, isasalpak nyo dyan. Parang SATA na JST. Okay. So, yan po yung ating Spike Prime. Yan yung difference. And then, si NXT, wait lang po at baka bumagsak. Si NXT po ay ang second generation robot. Okay, so para makita nyo, ito naman po ang kanyang itsura. So, ito ang kanyang brick. Kita ba? Ayan. So, meron siyang mga buttons dito. Unlike doon sa EV3, mas madami. Servo motor din ang meron siya. Pero iba po yung itsura, pero pares lang po siya ng function. And then, ganun din, meron din, dito lang po ay may 3 motors lang ang pwedeng ikabit. Pero 4 na sensor din ang pwedeng ikabit. Wala po siyang USB port, wala din po siyang SD card. I mean, meron siyang data cable pang transmit ng inyong code dito, pang download. Pwede siyang pa-Bluetooth ang pagsisend sa ating mga Lego kits. Yan. So, kung meron kang Lego sa bahay, mga beams, compatible po siya. Okay. So, ay wala ako kasi nandun sa kabila. So, hindi ko dala lahat kasi nagsara ang aking center pansamantala. So, nandun po sa mall ang aming ibang gamit. So, ito po yung ating This is for elementary kids hanggang siguro I would say hanggang 3rd to 4th grade pwede. So, balikan natin pala. Yung itong ating tatlo, EV3 can go all the way to high school. Merong nagamit pa rin ng EV3 for competitions. And then, itong Spike Prime, so this is nasa 50K, 40 plus to 100 plus inaabot. Depende. Meron po yung expansion kit. Ito po ay nasa 30 plus to 40 plus. Ito po ay phased out na. Sa makakabili na lang po kayo sa Amazon, sa eBay, tsaka yung mga second hand. Hindi na po siya naka-out. And then, ito po, well, hindi ko kabisado pala kung magkano pa yung Wido. Ayoko pang magbigay ng price. So, ang ating exclusive distributor nito sa Pilipinas ay ang Felta Multimedia Incorporated. Pero pwede po kayong umorder sa Amazon. Okay. So, ito naman pong Vex. Hindi ko rin po dala ang Vex ko. Pero ito po ay parang Lego din. Medyo mas mas matigas, mas mahirap ipin kasi medyo masakit sa kamay. Masakit din sa kamay yung Lego pag matagal ka nang nakababad, no? Pero ito po kasi ay may mga maliliit na pins, medyo mahirap tanggalin, pero ang torque ng kanyang mga motors ay sadyang naninipit. So pag nagkamali ka, maipit ka. There's 2 versions, plastic and then meron pong may metallics. So ito po ay pwedeng i-hybrid sa ibang mga kits. Meron ding mga competitions ang Vex, the Vex IQ Challenge. And then meron po siya mga playing fields. So if you are going to have these kits in your classroom, I would suggest that if you are going to have a lab, make sure na i-design nyo sa maker lab nyo na yung mga tables ay na-fold. And then you make sure that you can fit at kasing ang isang plywood sa gitna. Kasi normally ang mga playing fields ay kasing laki ng isang buong plywood. So kung kayo ay mag-i-start sa inyong school, yung inyong science lab or math lab or kung ano man yung robotics lab ninyo is may malaking space sa gitna kasi maraming playing field. Okay? So, ayan. So, alam niyo na yung mga ire-ready nyo. So, ang assignment nyo, kung talagang gustong-gusto nyo na talaga, is maghanap kayo ng friendly carpintero, friendly latero, and yung mga utilities nyo ay best friend nyo na kasi sila ang inyong makaka-help sa pagsiset-up ng mga ganito. So, budget-wise, kung magkano ang isang buong plywood, nasa 500, pipintahan nyo po yun. Proper lighting, kasi may mga line following po dyan, may mga sensor. So, importante yung well-lit area. Importante yung hindi masyadong maalikabok. So, ang investment natin is plywood, pintura, ilaw, bintana na hindi na sisingitan ng alikabok, and aircon pag pinagpala tayo ng konti. Ayan, naglilista na, nararamdaman ko naglilista yung mga teacher ngayon. Ayan, ang sunod po ay, wait lang. Ayan, tabunan na ako ng robot. Whoops. So, si Vex po, hindi ko sure, para nasa $160 to $400 to $600. Depende po sa kit. Meron pa yung maliliit na kit. So, ewan ko po dito sa Pilipinas kasi sa US galing yung akin. Ang battery po nito, ang battery at ang charger ay bukod na binibili. Pero dito yata sa Philippines, hindi ako sure sa high-tech. Tatanungin ko mamaya kay Eman. Kung kasama na. Kasi yun po yung medyo mas costly si Vex. Pero matibay naman po siya, tsaka mas madaling i-customize. Okay, so si M-Bot is made by M-Block. Sir, palaki mo ulit ako. Kasi ito na naman siya. So ito po yung, malalaman nyo original yung M-Block kapag meron po sa ibabaw. Sir Art, pwede mo ba akong palakihin? Yawn. So ito po yung basic kit. Ang difference po nito ay DC motor. So, meaning yung kulay yellow na motor. Anong weakness nitong DC motor? Yung kulay yellow na motor ay may plastic cap dito. Pag nalagot ang plastic, lagot na. Okay, pag binili mo yung kit, may kasamang isang extrang set of gears kasi yun yung unang nasisira. Kung makikita nyo po dito, kita nyo ba? Ito po ay naka-screw. Tingnan ko mag-load. Naka-screw po dito. Ang unang, wait, salah. Yan. Ang una pong mababali ay, hintayin ko mag-load yung sa YouTube. Ayan. May makikita pa kayo yung plastic na white na yon, unang mababali. Meron pong replacement part. So, bawal po itong ibagsak. Okay? So, meron po siyang, ang battery po nito ay, pwede nyo pong palitan. Hindi ko makuha. Baka masira ko. So, meron po siyang 4 pieces yung ating battery pack na 4 pieces na AA battery. Meron po siyang 4 na port sa ibabaw. It comes with the ultrasonic sensor, the distance sensor, and a line following sensor. So, yan po yung kasama niya. Dalawang motor, isang swivel wheel, dalawang gulong, na ito lang po, isang set lang na gulong. Si Lego EV3 ay may ibang kasama. Si NXT ay may payat na gulong, si EV3 ay wala. So, depende po kung magko-compete kayo, you talk about friction, you talk about momentum, you talk about center of gravity, yun yung mga i-consider. These would need a different set of screw, but it comes with screwdriver. So, ayan, pag binaklas nyo yan. May enclosure po yung original na M-Bot. Ito po ay nasa, ewan ko ngayon, minsan may nabibiling 4.5 to 6.5, mga ganun. Si MakeBot po ay nabibili kahit saan. Yan ay gawa ng MakeBlock. Okay, ito po yung pinaka low cost sa lahat. We call this the Arduino kit. Meron po tayong mga white list. Di pa ako nagbebenta na, parang piling ko sales agent ako. So, ito po yung mga box. This is a whitelisted. Ito yung nabibili sa Shopee. Salamat, Shopee. So, pag binuksan nyo po yan, magulo po ito kasi ginagamit namin sa research. May kasama po yang Arduino board pero isa lang. Ayan, may kasama po siyang Arduino board. Ito po yung legit na board. Okay, so ito po yung legit na board, Arduino Uno. Ito po yung made from our friendly friends. Alam nyo na. So, Funduino, Gizduino, lahat ng may Wino. Ayan. So, ganun po. Parehas lang naman po siya. And then, ang kagandahan lang po dito sa Arduino kit is marami kang mabibili sa yung friendly electronic shop. So, hindi siya masyadong mahal. Kapag nasira mo ang konting pyesa niya, madali mong mapapalitan dahil, for example, itong mas marami siyang sensor. Kung itong humidity sensor ay 125 pesos lang. May mas mura pa. Ito nga, 39 pesos lang. This is a water level sensor. So, if you are a science teacher at gusto mong magpa-experiment using this, walang problema. Madaling mabili sa halagang 600 to 2,000 pesos. Pero, ang original, meron po tayong classroom kit na mabibili. Ang exclusive distributor ng Arduino for education in the Philippines is CNE STEM Solutions, and I am one of their project directors, so you can ask me that also. May nabibili ding sensor kit. So, ang sensor kit na yan, maraming estudyante dito. So, mura lang po ito. So, kung kayo may mga capstone project, yan, ito pa yung mga kit sensors na kasama. So, ito ay 37, I believe. 37 in 1. Ang meron po dito ay joystick, relay, sound sensor, tracking sensor, buzzer, passive buzzer, digital temperature, touch sensor, flame, at marami pang iba. So, kung ikaw ay gagawa ng capstone, ito pong ideal kit. At kung yun naman po ang sa inyo ay elementary at high school na gusto nyong application ay Arduino, skip natin muna yung ilan para maisa-diretso ko na. Okay, wait. Kasi nandito na yung kit. Yan. Ito po yung isa, Key Studio. Key Studio is nasa 3.5 to 7. Depende po sa laman. So, ano ang difference ni Key Studio? Yung mga Arduino po na nabibili is pwedeng may kasama na siyang board or wala. Ito po ay easy to use kasi parang ganun po. May Lego. Parang sa Lego lang. Kaya lang, ito ay yung typical na RJ na gagamitin. So, ganito po yung board niya. Mukhang Arduino board din. Pwede rin yung i-hybrid ito sa Arduino board. And then, yung ordinary na RJ45 na nasa kaliwa. And then, click nyo po yan. So, ayan. Ganyan lang po. And then, kung gusto nung kabitan ng sensor, i-click nyo lang, hindi pala to. Sorry, yan ay sa kabila. Iba-iba po yung kanyang pins. Yan. So, ayan. So, hindi po, walang hinang-hinang. So, ito po ay pwede sa hanggang junior high. Kasi dapat yung senior high nyo ay nag-engage na sa soldering. So, pag hindi pa kayo ready, wala pa kayong lab, kailangan nyo kasi ng at least may fume, ay yung well ventilated or dun sila gagawa sa fume hood. Safety is the concern. Baka may mga estudyante kayo, ang nga pala, before you engage them, you have to check the medical history of your students. Baka merong may hika, baka merong allergic. Tapos pinaghinang mo, ay naku po, baka pumuwalan tayo ng license. So, ingat-ingat po tayo. Okay, so ito po yung ating Key Studio. Okay, marami din po siyang sensor, made to order. Pwede rin. Yan. Hindi ko na po ililista lahat ng nagbebenta ng mga ito kasi they're all my friends. Tanong nyo na lang sa akin, bibigay ko na lang sa inyo ang mga contact details nila. Okay. Alpa kayo balik. Okay. Balikan natin yung una. So, you are also wanting to join. Yes, tapos na. You are wanting to explore lang, mga babies ang magko-code like grade school hanggang middle school hanggang 7th or 8th grade, pwede pa ito. Makey. Hindi pa. Makey is using alligator clips. So, you would clip the ayan, yung mga materials. So, pwede siyang gumamit ng kahit ano na material as long as it conducts electricity. So, yan. At masiset up. Okay, ito po is another kit. It's the iNext Innovative Experiment Kit. So, ito yung ating ATX2. So, ito po ay panglaban sa sa Sumo. So, dun po pala sa sa Arduino natin, pwede kayong bumili ng regular Arduino kit and then you can buy the chassis with the wheels and the additional motors sa kahit ano pong marketplace, like pwede po sa mga Shopee, Lazada, ano pa ba, mga Maker Lab. So, meron po silang available. Or, if you are privileged enough and you have a 3D printer, you can 3D print your own chassis. So, ayan po. Ginagamit din po yan. So, you can also 3D print this. This is going to cost you around 17 to 20. Depende po. Kasi ito lang yung basic kit. So, proprietary siya ulit. Meron siyang sariling libraries. So, ito po yung itsura ng kanyang board. So, ATX2 ang kanyang pangalan. So, yung ibang mga lumalaban, pinapalitan nila yung chassis kasi ito po ay acrylic. So, if you have small kids that cannot handle fragile na materials, this is not suitable for very young kids kasi chassis. Once na napahigpit ang screw, once na bagsak, mabibiyak, pwede siyang makahiwa, and pwede siyang mabasag as in mabiyak yung buong kit. So, ang ginagawa po is, ang sabi ko nga kanina, if you have a friendly latero, nagpapasadya sila ng metal parts. The problem is the science concept na habang pinapalitan mo yung parts nila, bumibigat and then the motors cannot move it na. The battery, they also changed it. Kaya sinabi ko umaabot ng mga 20 kasi yung lithium polymer na battery na ipinapalit dun sa ordinaryong AA, mabilis po kasing maubos yung battery. Rechargeable is madaling ma-use up yung mga nabibili. Nasa 1,000 plus po ang isang battery pa lang. So, kung magbabudget kayo for your schools, ayan. Yan po yung mga Ito naman ay medyo maharlika ng tunay. This is a humanoid called Line Core M. Data science po yata ang meron po sa data science, meron pang isa na nagbebenta ng line core or other humanoids. Medyo mahal. So, there are multiple motors. So, kaya siyang i-code. So, ito yung mga ginagamit sa dancing robot. Yung mga binasa ko pong mga robot can serve, like an Arduino kit, can be used 1:5, 1:10. Itong line core at saka yung mga EV3 can serve 3, maximum of 4 in a regular ideal classroom setup. So, kung kayo ay magpa-purchase, consider the number of students in one class. Consider the number of classes in one year level. Kasi, it's very frustrating for the students. Unang-una, itong line core, hindi pwedeng baklasin kasi masyadong sensitive. Pero maganda siya for coding. More on coding siya, hindi siya structure. Pero ito, more on for competition. Pero pwede rin naman gamitin sa mga science projects, sa mga research projects. Ito ay pang-experiment lang talaga. Ito ay pwede rin sa mga competitions na regular competitions, pwede rin sa mga science projects. Pero yung pagbabaklas, pagkakabit, and then very frustrating na binuo ito ng, halimbawa, binuo ng isang student set, isang group of students ito. Ang kit mo ay 10, 30 ang student, di 3:1. 3 section. So, yung binuo ng first section, babaklasin ng second section. Hindi niya natapos, kinabukasan, baklas buo, masisira, mawawala ang pyesa, mawawala ng gana ang estudyante. So, plan accordingly. Planning is the key in a successful class. And don't just do it for competition, do it inside the classroom. Lugi yung mga estudyanteng naiwan, ang nag-e-enjoy lang at natututo lang doon sa mga kit na binibili ng ating mga DepEd ay yung iilan na nagjo-join. Kaya nagkakaroon ng civil war, tawag ko. Civil war talaga. Okay. UBTech is another supplier. Their kits looks like Lego, but it can be hybrid with uh, Arduino boards kasi Arduino based at saka block based program, block coding din sila. So, ayan po. This naman is microbit. Typically for arts project, they use it. Ganun din, clips din. Pero block coding din. Meron siyang sariling website if you check out microbit. Also, meron siyang kapartner na TinyBit. This is manufactured by this company. You can purchase this online, but this is disposable. So, it's going to cost you like 335 mga ganun. May microbit siya sa ibabaw, pwede mong tanggalin. Kaya lang yung pagtanggal kabit, yun na nasisira. And then, ang battery niya is yung pahaba, na nakalimutan ko kung anong battery size yun. Parang D battery. Nakalimutan ko yung pangalan. Pero, be careful. Those are mostly coming from Divisoria. Maron mga nabibili sa online, may mga nabibili. Pagka nagkamali ka ng storage at saka hindi mo nakat yung top part, there's a possibility of a short circuit while in custody. So, pag nilagay ni bata yung battery sa bulsa niya, nagdikit yung mga dulo nun, possible na yun ay pumutok, ma-short circuit at masusugat or masusunog ang kanyang damit at masasaktan ang bata. So, yung handling noong at ito din ay medyo mahirap kasi DC motor, medyo mahirap i-control, power control. Ayan. And then, the Sphero is also good for block coding. Kaya lang, si Sphero po ay nasa $150. 150. Dati nag-sale siya, naging 69. So, dati po ay pwede siyang gamitin for competition. Pero ngayon ay nagkaroon ng debate dahil ang structure po ang pinaglalabanan. Ang nakakalusot lang si Sphero for competition kapag nilalagyan siya ng enclosure at nagti-3D print. How do beginners learn? They can enroll po short courses. Okay, ito po yung laman ng Sphero. This is the Sphero. So, ito ay literal na sphere, bola. Kita niyo po ba? Ayan, bola siya. Parang kasing laki siya ng tennis ball. Ayan. So, you can remote control it. Meron siyang charging port. Papatang mo lang siya. So, mag-charge na siya dyan. It comes with maze tape. Pwede rin po kayong magpagawa ng ganito po yan. So, more on math, science, ang application. So, ayan. So, dyan po natin ilalagay. Babalik ko. Mapagalitan ako ng aking tagalagay. So, hindi po siya na tinatanggap sa mga competitions na iba. Kasi, kapag may part na constructions, and I don't recommend you buying this because pwede siya for practice. Pero kung talagang for classroom. Pero kung for competition ang purpose yun ng pagbili, mayroon pa pong ibang better na mga platforms. This is for purely practice application, math and science concepts. Okay? So, si RoboBlock is another another company that is making robots. Teka lang po, tatanggalin ko lang at maskip na. Ayan. So, ito po yung sa RoboBlock. Hindi ko makita yung robot ko, kaya ito na lang. So, ito po ay tingnan natin. Kita nyo ba? Ayan. So, si Q-Scout. Q-Scout is metal base. Para siyang M-bot. Pero, parehas pala na siya ay DC motor. So, ganito siya. So, pag ito is nasa depende. Iba na po kasi ngayon, mahal ang shipping ngayon. Mataas din ng taxes. So, ako pa lang ang nag-re-release ng Q-Scout dito. Nasa 6.5 to 7.5. So meron din nabibili sa online na ganyan. Kaya lang wala siyang pag binili mo, yun na ikaw na bahala. Wala siyang customer help. And then ito yung kanyang partner. If you want a bigger robot with the LCD screen na parang may built-in ano tawag dito? Built-in microbit. So ayan, Coopers naman. Meron siyang LED screen. So ito sa harap. And then ang kanyang motor ay servo motor na. So this would cost you about 8 to 9.5 mga ganon. Tapos wala siyang kasamang battery. Pero meron siyang nabibiling rechargeable battery separate purchase. Ang kasama lang niya sa sensor ay ultrasonic sensor and line following sensor. Yun lang. And then, pwede kang mag-add-on. Pwede rin siyang gamitin sa projects. Ditong maliit na nasa taas is a snail. We call it the kubo. This naman is hanap tayo ng eto. Para kubo is a snail. Okay, so ganito po siya. Lakihan natin para kita. Ay, hindi pala kita. Ito po. So, ito ay may kasamang mga puzzles. Kasi hindi ko dinala. Yung top part niya is pwede mong patungan ng Lego bricks. And then, you have the snail. It reads, parang meron siyang RFID sa loob. It reads the code. Kung ano yung nakalagay dyan, halimbawa, light up orange, and then yung kanyang gilid na LED ay magiging orange. Pag sinabing turn right or turn left, magta-turn siya. Pag sinabing produce sound, magpo-produce sound siya. So this is coding without coding kasi puzzle pieces. So what the kids would do is connect the puzzle cards. There are 30 plus puzzle cards. And then may kasama na siyang ito. Ganito siya pag binuksan. May kasama siyang mat. Yung parang treasure map. So, ayan po yung kanyang Kobo. So, si Coopers, tingnan natin. So, ganito naman si Coopers. So, ganyan siya pag binuksan. Hindi ko mabuksan kasi yun po ay nabili na, baka magalit ang may-ari. Okay. So, next. Yan. Ano naman yung mga competition na pwede mong salihan bilang kayo naman yung training? Kung mamaya pa sasagutin yung mga tanong nyo na iba. So, meron tayong iSweep, meron tayong Australian Robotics Challenge. If you Google iSweep, Australian Robotics Challenge, Google Science Fair, RoboRave, RoboFest, WRO, FLL, WRG, Revoluton from Aerobotica Locals. Dito po ito sa atin. And then, itong Robocon dito rin sa atin. Ayan na, doble. So, ito po yung mga track. Meron ako ditong, puntahan natin, yung aking mga events. Okay? So, meron ditong nadagdag. Meron tayong if you want to join this, I can help you. So, on the 22nd to the 23rd, we have RoboJam Mexico. Last time we had a RoboJam India. So, ako po yung nagme-mentor dun sa India. Ethiopia, we have Colombia, we have Slovenia, Peru, Ecuador. So, sunod-sunod po yan. So, kapag nilagay po natin, lagay ko sir, dun sa ating, saan ba tayo? StreamYard para pwede nyo pong malagay. Ayan. So, ayan po yun. Ito po, dito kayo pupunta, RoboJam. So, it makes use of Vex VR as the platform. Mamaya pa ipapakita ko yan. Tandaan nyo lang. And then we have WRO, World Robot Olympiad. You cannot join WRO if you have not joined and won in the PRO. So, Philippine Robotics Olympiad is handled by Miss Mylene Abiba through the Felta Multimedia Incorporated and I Create Cafe. So, if you are going to join, kindly visit their website, felta.ph. Okay? And then, RoboFest, Philippines is handled by me. Sa ngayon, wala po kaming event kasi wala pa po. Meron po kami ongoing transaction. I'm partnered with Cavite State University. So, yun po ang ipaplan pa namin this coming months. Tinatapos lang po. Meron po tayong mga game exhibition, Robomed, Battle Sumo. So, sumo din po yan, parade. Meron din pong mga conferences. And then, Robo Rave International is, ano ba? Ito po yung events namin. So, I am your Rules Committee representative for the Asia Pacific, Philippines. So, ito po yung upcoming events. Robo Rave Rally is in New Mexico. It's US. And then we have 2 events for Australia. One is virtual and one is physical. Physical meaning there's a kit involved. And then we have RoboRave Jalisco. Kaya lang po ay tapos na po. Close na po ang registration. We are going to have it on the 10th through the 16th. And every event is different. Like, for example, if I click RoboRave Australia, it's $5 per team. But if I click on RoboRave Jalisco, it's $50 per team. And each team is consist of 5 members, 1 coach, and 4 members. For some, it's going to be 1 coach, 1 member. And if you are in the upper division and you are the coaches and you want to join, you can compete on your own without a coach kasi ikaw ay upper divisions. Pwede po yun. Halimbawa, if you have no schools, pag sabi ko, may school kayo pero walang robotics center or walang robotics team yung school nyo, you can directly, actually, pwede ko kayong ampunin pala. O nga, no? Pwede ko na-explain. Pwede ko kayong ampunin and you can join my team. So, we've been competing para may idea kayo kung ano yung mga na-compete na namin. So, tayo sa RoboSensei. RoboSensei is the platform, and when we compete, ang dami kayong tanong parang kinakabahan ako, parang mauubos ang ating. Sige po, push lang yung mga tanong. Wait lang po, sasara ko lang tong iba. RoboJam, RoboFest, sa ito pong RoboSensei. Wait lang po. Ayan. So, si RoboSensei is, ito po yung pang preschool. Meron po ako dyan, ganyan. So, ako po ay isa sa nag-design nito. So, this is the ako sa curriculum part. Ito po yung pang baby, pang grades 1 to 3. Pero, ito po yung pang natin. Ito yung ating missions for we also have this as, kung gusto nyo po ito sa mga schools nyo, we do have subscriptions for schools. So, ganito po yung line following. So, ganyan. And then, ito po yung ating line following. Amazing. So, ito ay simulations. So, ayan. Objective po is makuha nyo yung mga yan. Block coding po ito. Blockly. Parang Scratch. And then, ano pa ba? Line following na, ito po yung sa pang college. Para, meron po kasing pang upper division. Talang hanapin natin. Ito po. Sana ba yun? Ayan, ito. Medyo mahirap ng konti. Ayan. So, ganyan po yung kanilang tinitrace. So, meron ng mga gray areas, may mga junctions, may bilog. And then, you can change yung inyong mga robots. So, yung mga pinakita kong robots kanina, meron pala akong hindi napakita yung dalawa. Ito pong robot na to is meron ako. Wait lang. Hanapin natin. Ay, wait po. So, ayan po ay yung Arduino nyo. So, kung ito ay face-to-face, meron naman tayong hindi virtual. You are going to print the track. Napiprint po yan. Pwedeng sa tarpaulin. Pero sa competition na face-to-face ay, ang ginagawa po namin ngayon sa RoboRave ay naka-Zoom meeting. So, piniprint nyo sa paper para pare-parehas tayo lahat sa buong mundo na papel ang gamit. Hindi lugi sa tarpaulin. Hindi sila lugi kasi hindi sila nakaka-print sa tarp. So, ito po yung ating Arduino. Ito po yung ating Arduino bot. Ito po yung ating alpha. Nasaan yung alpha ko? Ito pala. So, itong alpha ay wala pa sa Pilipinas. Ilan lang kaming meron dahil ito po ay made from Japan. So, ito po ang ating Sir, pa-focus nga saglit. So, ito, yung robot na red ay ito pong alpha. So, meron siyang mga sensors. Madami siyang sensors and marami siyang port. So, ito ay custom made, built by Japanese. So, meron siyang sensor sa harap, hindi pala kita, sa baba. Meron din sa harap. And then, meron din siyang swivel. So, medyo manipis lang po yung gulong niya. Sa tulad ng ating country na mainit, mag-iingat po kayo sa pag-store ng inyong mga robot kits kasi pag hindi nyo nabantayan, yung mga gulong nyo magiging magbi-brittle, magbibiyak-biyak. So, kailangan po ay well ventilated ang ating mga robot babies. Ayan. So, ito pong M-bot, ganun din po. So, may M-bot din siya dyan. So, yun yung virtual version. So, nagtatanong kanina, ma'am, paano kung walang face-to-face? So, we can have you here or you can compete through here and you can compete dito sa mga events na nandito. Okay. Another one is the WRG. So, kung meron naman kayo nung black na ATX2, dito po nila yon ginagamit kasi sila yung nandun, ang categories, game categories niya nandito. So, line tracing, self-driving AI. Meron din sa Malaysia na NRL, so National Robotics League. Nakapag-entry kami dyan alam ba yun? October po yata yun. So, kaya lang ang team ko nun is 3 nandito sa Pilipinas, isa na sa Manila, isa na sa Laguna, isa na sa Cavite, at yung 2 na sa Abu Dhabi. Pero that's scratch-based programming, pero lahat kami ay Philippine team. 5 lang ang winning spot, nakuha ng Pilipinas ang 2. So, yan. Ginawa lang namin yun in 10 days. So, kung kaya nung grade school na bata na gumawa ng program, game design ng 10 days, why not? Why not hindi nyo kakayanin? Okay. Another one is first robotics. Meron siyang iba-ibang category. So, we have the FLL, yung sinabi ko sa kanina. Ang meron lang po tayo sa Pilipinas as of now is the first Lego League. That competition can accommodate 10 students. So, ang isang team ay 11 members, isang coach, at saka 10 team members. Before, hindi ako sure ngayon, before nung lumabang kami dito, when I was still in Cavite National Science High School was 10,000 plus pa lang ang registration fee. That includes the team shirt, the playing field. Ang hindi lang kasama doon ay yung siyempre, yung transportation nyo pagpunta dun sa event. At saka yung project, yung robot. Ang meron lang po dun ay game field na may maliliit na Lego pieces. At yun ay magkakasya sa isang buong plywood na may walls. 4-inch walls. So, magpapakarpentero kayo pag sumali kayo dito dahil gagawa kayo ng table. Hindi po kasi ideal na nasa floor. So, kung familiar kayo sa table tennis na lamesa, parang gagawa kayo ng ganun, pero may wall. So, yung mga paa na-move. So, dapat lahat na-move sa ating center. Ayan. Ano pa? Ito po yung competitions pa lang. So, meron din namang mga science fair like Google Science Fair. Ang hindi po tayo kasali kasi sa Samsung, maganda din sana yun. So, ito po yung Google Science Fair, pero discontinued siya ngayon kasi mga walang funds, wala kasing face-to-face. So, itong mga Google Science Fair, meron pong Google Apps. So, yung mga universities, meron din para sa inyo. So, this is just for ages 13 to 18. Ito po ay international, so pwede tayong sumali sana. Kaya lang, wala po sila ngayon. Si iSweep ay wala din ngayon kasi walang funds. Pero, kung kayo po ay under DepEd, nakaabot po kayo sa National Science Fair. So, meron po yung ISEF Intel. So, pwede po kayong makapasok. Kaya lang, ang ladder po nun is from Division Science Fair, Regional Science Fair, National Science Fair, and then International. Kailangan nyo pong dumaan dun para ma-endorse kayo ni DOST DepEd. Ayan. Ayan po yung mga competition. So, kanina, Ang tanong, ma'am, paano po yan? Wala po kaming robot. Eh di okay lang po. Kasi may mga software. So, hindi naman kayo pwede naman kayong sumabak agad sa competition. But then, I don't recommend. So, you have to train your students. Ano ba yung mapapala mo dyan? Kasi kailangan mo munang mag-build ng alliance. Oh, sir, pabalik na ako sa aking dating size. Sir Art. Paampon. Sino yan? Si Apple dyan. Sige, amponin kita, nak. Amponin ko si Apple dyan. Okay. Building alliances. Learners, of course. You have to train the learners and train them as possible future learners. Kung may admin po dito, hello po sa mga admin. Sana po ay supportahan po natin yung mga teachers. Napakahirap. Napakadaming sacrifices. Supportahan po natin ang students. Huwag silang laging pagalitan, pero kailangan silang pagalitan kapag hindi nila nababalance ang kanilang kanilang mga academics, kasi priority po natin yon. Number 1 ka nga sa mundo, kick out ka naman. So, wala din. Sayang lang yung opportunities. Coaches are supposed to be mentors. Ayan, mentors na lagay. Sorry po. Mentors. Mentors na don't give the students the answer. Don't give them the solution. Train them how to get the solution and figure out problem solve on their own. Kasi pagdating niyo po sa competition, pagdating ng mga bata, hindi mo siya pwedeng i-coach kasi nandun na siya on their own. Teach them, train them as if you're not going to be there on the exact date. Always think of the worst case scenario kasi pag binaby nyo ang inyong mga estudyante, dependent sila sa inyo. And please align. Please align. Yun po yung aking pinagmamakaawa sa mga mentors na nandito. If you are going to start the robotic system program, use your curriculum wisely, integrate the STEM within the actual teaching. Hindi kung kailan lang may competition tsaka mo lang ituturo, dapat tinuro mo siya in the beginning. You talk to the other teachers, like the math teacher. Ano na pong lesson nyo ngayon? So, i-incorporate mo yun sa lesson mo. You have to talk cross-curricular. And partner with NGOs and LGUs, hindi lang tuwing election, hindi lang tuwing dahil magsusulisit ka. If they were part of your journey, then they would appreciate whatever achievements you have. And requirement na mag-build tayo ng portfolio kasi ang ating mga fundings ay nakukuha lamang kung merong mayong mga mapapakita na achievements kahit papano. You have to have the community. You have to have club sponsors and event organizers and the STEM solutions providers like yung mga distributor, local and foreign. Kung kailangan nyo ng contact person, I can assist you with that. But make sure that when you commit, you are committed. Hindi pwedeng nahirapan lang tayo ng isa, give up na kasi aabalahin natin yung ibang tao tapos yan, give up ka agad. We can make or break the student. Those students are in the community. Hinila mo sa program mo, tas binitawan mo. So, it's going to be a hassle on their part. Ano ba yung mga pwede nating magawa dito? So, tingnan natin yung i-close ko to kasi ito ay tapos na. Saan pa yung isa kong tab? Sorry, madami akong tab. Wait lang po. Nawala. Ito po yung aking, ito. So, paano naman ako mag-code, ma'am? Wala naman kaming robot. So, these are the websites. Vex VR. So, this is for Vex robots. So, this is the VR Vex platform. So, kung ikaw ay enthusiast, gusto mo lang mag-practice, gusto mo mag-try, then you can go to vr.vex.com and this is the platform. How do you use it? This is block coding. There are tutorials right here. And there are activities for teachers. So technically, if you're a teacher, meron yung teacher portal, dyan ka na pumunta, nandyan ang lahat ng kailangan mo. And then yung mga competition pieces na sample. So hindi ka technically gagawa ng lesson plan. Planned na for you. Meron din dyang certificate program. So ito yung mga types of certifications. Ayan. Baka hindi kayo matulog ha, pwedeng matulog. Baka magpa-certify kayo. Ayan. There's Rec Foundation programs. There's VEX Robotics Certification programs. So, click nyo lang yung get started. There are programming platforms you can practice to test your logic. For like, kaysa mag-gaming ka ng kung ano lang na gaming, kung ikaw ay teacher, kailangan mong mag-gaming. This is an example. Start gaming. I can go like here. Mute natin. So, ito yung programming. So, when you try to do coding, ito yung parang block coding. So, this is called the light bot. The objective is to light the blue tile. So, dito mo mapapractice yung perspective, saan ba siya nakatingin versus saan ka nakatingin. Ang robot at ikaw ay magkaiba. Minsan magkaparehas kayo. So, if I want to go to the blue tile, then what should I do? Okay, sige nga, try nga natin mag-code, people. Paano ko kaya siya i-code? If I want this to go to the blue tile, anong kukunin ko dito sa instructions? Kaya nyo bang basahin? Lakihan natin. So, ang code natin ay walk forward, turn 90 degrees to the right, turn 90 degrees to the left, jump, light, and repeat. Okay, so objective ko ay pumunta sa blue tile. Sino kaya ang unang magko-code? Sige nga, chat nyo nga nung una kong dapat gawin. Intayin ko kayo. Pinapanood ko kayo sa aking malit na screen. Walang gusto mag-code. Sino ba nagpapaampon sa akin? Okay, Apple dyan. Tayo mag-code. Madami palang tanong. Walang gusto mag-code together with me. So, I can start with, I cannot go past this. Hindi siya makaka-jump ng ganyang kataas. So, I need to go here. So, I would go turn to the robot's right. Walang mag-code eh. And then, if I do that, I would be right here. And then, I can walk forward. Stop and then run. Okay, nandun na siya. And then, I can turn ulit to the left of the robot. So, yan. Diyan ka mag-iisip ka ngayon. Okay, and then, I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I can use repeat. So, dito papasok yung mga flow charting. Repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, I can go, ayan, oh. Ayos, diba? Turn right, walk forward, turn 90 degrees to the left. Walk forward, ilan? Lalagay ko dito sa loob. Ano ba yan? Ayaw makuha. Hala, naglag na. Wait lang po. Sauce, tomato sauce. Ayan. Mute. Walk forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, gawit natin ng 5 times. And then, turn ulit to the left. And then, walk forward. And then, light. Tingnan nga natin. Tama yung pinag-iisip ko. Baligtad. Wait, bakit ako nandun? Mali pala. O, diba? Ang galing. Ayan, nawala. Teka lang po Nilalag po ang aking mahiwagang computer. So, something ganon. Ayan, nawala na po. Okay, so para madali tayo, baka naubos ang oras natin. So, parang ganon. Ibababa niyo po yung mga block codes. Yan po yung example. And then, if you want to do projects naman, ma'am, wala pa akong pambili ng Arduino, okay lang. Punta ka po dito sa Tinkercad. Tinkercad.com. So, ito yung mga projects ng aking mga inakay. So, nag-design sila dyan. There's 3D design. So, if you want to go 3D, ito yung example. So, ito yung view in 3D. Tingnan natin. So, ay ginawa nung March 26 ginawa. So, baka kung mabagal ang internet, close nga natin itong mga to. Ayan, para bumilis. Wait lang po. Ayan. So, ito yung ating image. So, if I want to view in 3D, sana mag-load siya, no? Yung hiya naman ako sa kanya, ayun yung mag-load. Tinker na lang natin para mabilis. So, ang kaya nyo pong gawin dito is to design 3D models. May mga tutorials din po ito. If you go to my YouTube channel, meron kaming isang sample doon, demo, ng papaano mag-design. So, ito po yung ating 3D model. So, ayan, yung ginawa ng mga students. So, ayan po yung ating bottom, front, sides. Ito yung kanilang design. So, if you pay attention to details, di ba? Shala yung kanyang pagkaka-design. So, ang pangalan ng robot nila ay iFriend. So, meron siyang antenna and meron siyang mga parts dyan. Okay? So, yun po yung ating 3D models. So, meron iba-ibang nagawa yung mga students. Ngayon, kung gusto mong gusto mong mag-try ng circuits, wala ka pang pambili ng Arduino board, you can go to circuits. Sa circuits naman is meron dyang Arduino board, meron dyang microbit. So, medyo mabagal lang po ang aking pasaway na internet. Shout out sa mga taga PLDT na mabagal ang aking net. Hindi po ako sponsored. Parang wala silang plan. Sponsor ako. Ay, ano ba? Game. Ayan. Okay. So, kunyari, ito po yung ginawa. Pump. So, if you want to simulate. Lightbot is parang scratch. Correct. Mas madali siya. Share ko lang. Nga naman. Ayaw pa din. Nakakainis naman tong internet ko. Sorry naman po. Balik tayo. Diba? Ang saya kung kailan naman siya gagamitin, tsaka siya nagkaganyan. Okay, dito tayo sa circuits. Ano naman ang kaya mong gawin dito? Importante pa naman yung circuits. Hoy. Okay, click natin. Titinker ko na lang. Ayaw niya kasi. Okay, so para makita nyo lang, there's certain parts dito. So kung may naisip ka na, if you're from the university, may naisip kang project, gusto mong mag-simulate, then you can use Tinkercad as your platform. Na ito, meron ditong Arduino board. So meron siyang components dito. If you look at the components, ito siya. Sa gilid, yan. Meron siyang, pwede din to sa electrical models. Pwede nga to sa, ayun o, lemon battery tsaka potato battery. May breadboard, may microbit, may 80 tiny, may Arduino R3. So, meron siyang mga instruments, ayan. And meron siyang mga iba-ibang IC, meron siyang mga transistor. Dito, hindi siya full ha, kasi konti lang yung sensors niya. Like for example, ano ba to? Sa Arduino boards niya, yan, ganyan yung kaya niyang ibuo. So, pero meron siya mga resistors, basic, LED lights, push button, may potentiometer, may mga capacitor, may switch, may motor. So, pwede nyong itry. So, ang coding naman is two ways. Meron siyang block coding parang scratch. You can also do block and text. So, may block na, may text pa. You can also go with text-based only. Ang advantage nito is kung ano yung binuo mo dito and you actually have the Arduino kit and it is running, you can download the program. Try ko i-download for you. And then kapag din-download mo yung code, it's going to actually be an Arduino source code. So pag sinave ko yan dyan, okay, so ayan na siya oh. Tingnan natin. So na yun. Wait, refresh natin. Ala, saan ko siya sinave? Ano ba? Ay, eto, show in folder. Ayan, nasa wakelet pala napunta. So, ito na po talaga yung kanyang natin. Ito yung lalabas. Ayan, copy of the main water pump. And then, I can open this with Arduino IDE. And then, lalabas na talaga siya doon. And kung nasa yung physical at i-wire mo ng katulad na nandito, bubukas na siya dito sa iyong IDE. Bilisan mo ng konti. So, ito yung advantage dito. So, meron din tong serial monitor. So, technically, hindi mo kailangan bilhin pa yung kit. So, para matry mo muna yung iyong projects. Kapag gumana dito, and then that's the only time that you can buy the pieces. So, wait natin siya hanggang mag-load siya. Hindi natin alam kung kailan. So, yan yun. Okay. Ayan, no. No. So, ayan na siya. So, ready to download na. So, ayan na. Ready to load na do sa actual board. If you're a teacher, you can enroll yourself dun sa Education Microsoft. There's a lot of courses na to choose from. You also have the Microsoft Make Code, hands-on computing po ito. Merong Microbit, merong The Fruit, merong Minecraft, may Lego. Ito pakita ko lang din. Pag binuksan nyo po yung Lego dyan is hindi nyo kailangan bilhin agad-agad ang ating Arduino, ang ating EV3. Meron tayong simulator. You can code using JavaScript or you can also code using blocks. So, ayan. So, ito po yung ating robot kanina. So, hindi nyo kailangan basta gawin. Another option is, huwag nyo pong gamitin tong chibi chip kasi kailangan nyo po yung mismong kit. Yung arcade, parang hindi rin. So, yung Minecraft at saka po itong tatlo lang pwede. Simple gagana. Close nyo lang. Ngayon, kung wala kayong hardware, gusto nyo code lang, you can go to code.org/home para sa inyong mga students. Pwede po kayong gumawa dito ng, ito pa yung mga tinuruan ko na. So, meron akong 122 students. Malalayo po ito. Meron po akong sa Cavite, meron akong 14 kahapon. Sa Sultan Kudarat, meron 132. Mga engineering, may 34. Basic coding po yan. Mga friends ko, na yung mga anak nila, walang magawa. In-enroll ko na din sila dyan. At saka yung mga students ko po na ilan na nagtatry mag-code. So, ayan. Hindi ko masyadong ginagamit sa class to kasi meron kaming sariling platform. So, yung sabi nyo kanina, si Aljun sabi niya, from Scratch, you can also go to Scratch base. And if you go to Google, sulat ko na nga, hindi ko pala nalagay yun. Google CS First. You can create an account with CS First under Google, and then you can enroll in different courses. So, hindi ko na o-open yung akin. So, ito yung mga laman nun. So, app development for game design, arts, discovery, storytelling. And then, meron ka mga free accounts. Meron ka ring free classroom kit. Kung ikaw ay nasa US ngayon, kung may nakikinig dito na nasa US, you can actually request for the material from Google and they will send to your classroom. So, ayan. Advantage yung mga nandun. Kasi ako may nakuha ko dun before 2 set. Ayan, papadala nila kayo may badge. Yung nasa Pilipinas, I don't think they will send kasi hindi covered yung kanilang ano. Pero yung madadownload mo lahat ng mapapadala nila, even stickers, you can even ask them to, you can even send them to print shops. Mapiprint yung mga stickers kasi yung dinedikit sa passport. May passport kasi ito na pag natapos mo, may certificate sa dulo. Okay? Ano pa ba? Scratch is dito. You can join in. Ang Google CS First ay Scratch-based. So, therefore, hindi ko lang sure kung nag-update na sila. Kasi Scratch 3.0 ang nandito na ngayon. So, yung material nila before is yung lower version ng Scratch. So, kailangan din, bago mo gamitin tong Google CS First, ay may idea ka na sa lumang Scratch para sa bagong Scratch para maituro mo siya sa bagong version. So, kailangan yung teacher ay mag-study in advance dito. Yun po ang tip. So, dapat lagi kayong mauuna sa students nyo. And, of course, ang aming pinakamamahal na Wakelet. You can use your Wakelet to teach the course. So, if you have not followed me, ito po yung aking, share ko nga, sir, yung aking, share ko yung aking link. So, kung kaya may mga phone, yan po ang aking ID and ikakopy ko yan at dadaling ko sa aming, dito tayo sa StreamYard ni sir. Pa-share na ng aking Wakelet para mapasok nila yung aking, asa na yun, nawala. Eto, si Spike Prime. So, if you have questions and you want to request for trainings on Lego Spike Prime under Felta and Lego Education. So, eto po yung aking Spike Prime cover. Everything you need to know about Spike Prime. Bago pa lang po ako sa Wakelet, I'm just 2 months beyond. So, kulang pa yung aking collections. Pupunuin ko siya. Yung lahat ng tinuro ko sa inyo is lalagay ko doon. So, if you follow me here, then I can share with you. You can also follow through Facebook. Yung aming STEMified Robotics STEMified Robotics Learning Center. Ano pa ba? Baka may nakalimutan ako. So, lastly, I want to share with you para meron pa tayong matirang oras sa Q&A kasi ang dami kong sinasabi, di ba? Sorry naman. So, ito pa yung mga messages ng aking friends let's start with Russ from RoboRave International. So, he is going to invite you over to join our competition. Pa-confirm nga, sir, kung naririnig yung audio.
Russ with RoboRave International, and I'm talking to you,
Naririnig
not the
niya po, sir.
parent, not the teacher. I'm talking to you, the student. Listen, we're giving you an opportunity to be able to learn code, to play with robots. It's gamified with points, and you can play against.
Mahina lang po ang audio, ma'am.
Wait lang, i-mute ko muna yung sarili ko.
Okay, ma'am.
It's there for you to play. It's there for you to practice. We can't make you think, but we certainly can. Hey, it's Russ with RoboRave International, and I'm talking to you, not the parent, not the teacher. I'm talking to you, the student. Listen, we're giving you an opportunity to be able to learn code, to play with robots. It's gamified with points, and you can play against kids around the world. But only if you take the opportunity. RoboRave International with RoboSensei, which is a digital learning platform. It's there for you to play. It's there for you to practice. We can't make you think, but we certainly can give you the opportunity to do so. Are you up for the challenge? It's open for kids from first grade to 98 years old. You're never too old to learn. You're never too young to start at some point. But if you don't start, there's no way you can learn and gain the opportunities that we think we have to offer. Hey, RoboRave International, RoboSensei, your instructors, your facilitators, your parents, your teachers, everybody wants you to play. Just take the time to play once. See if you don't like it. If you don't, then stop. But I think, like all the other students around the world, you're going to find this pretty interesting because there's lots to do and it's easy to use. All right? Russ, RoboRave International, RoboSensei. And if you're a part of the family, you got to learn how to say goodbye. And that's 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on. 1, say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Wow! Go play. Have fun.
That's Russ from RoboRave, and then there's one more.
Hey, my name is Brian Montoya. I'm the Global Director of RoboRave International. which is just a fancy way of saying I'm a big kid who likes to play with robots and anything technology. And I understand that you guys are in a class that are learning about STEM, okay? And you're thinking about bringing a STEAM project or a STEAM program to your community. And I'm here to applaud you, to encourage you, to get excited with you. In fact, I wish I could be there with you right now. My very good friend Jenny Lou asked me if I could shoot a video to encourage you guys about the programs that you're thinking about. And let me tell you, you could do nothing better than to bring something like this to your community. The biggest problem we have with spreading these programs is the adults who are afraid of having to teach something that they're not the expert in, maybe, or that maybe the students might know a little bit more about than they do. Don't worry about that. In fact, can you imagine how empowering it is to a student when a teacher stands up and says, I don't have all the answers. I'm learning this just like you are. And together, we're going to become partners in learning, and we're all going to figure this out together, and we're going to build this program together. Imagine what those kids will do. Let me give you an example. I just held up this robot earlier. This is from a friend of ours in Japan. He makes a really good robot, but it costs a lot of money, and students can't afford that, right? But what if they could afford half of that, or even a fourth of that, and they had some resources in their community through their school's STEAM program where they could 3D print their own robot. I just printed this a couple days ago for a project to see if I could print and make a inexpensive robot for communities that can't afford a lot of robots. You know what's really exciting though? Kids love this stuff. And it's not just the technology. We gave some kids this robot that another friend of ours built down in Mexico many years ago, little wooden robot made on a wooden engraver. And what did the kids do? They dressed it up and made a mouse bot out of it, right? So here's the A. We used to say it's STEM. Now it's STEAM. It's the art that we're adding to it and the creativity. And my gosh, you're opening doors for these kids to be able to solve not just problems like, oh, I want to build a robot because it's fun to play with, and I want to make one that's cheaper because I can afford it, but put real world problems in front of your students, global problems that are going to be solved by them, right? Think about that. What if we put that problem in front of those students and just said, well, how would you solve this? And let them go. And they may come up with a great answer and they may not. But don't be afraid of starting a program where you don't have all the answers, where you don't have all the fancy equipment. You'll get there. One of the favorite classes I teach is take apart something that's old in technology, like an old printer that somebody's going to throw away. Harvest out the motors and the sensors, and what can we create from that? What can we repurpose that printer that was headed to the landfill into something new? Okay, in RoboRave, we have a big saying. So it's 1, 2, 3, wow, whenever we have something really cool happening. And I think what you guys are doing is really cool. So my hat's off to you. Have fun with this. Sorry the video went too long, Jenny Lou, but here you go. 1, 2, 3, wow. STEAM, it's where it's at.
The VEX Robotics Competition is an opportunity for students from all around the world to showcase their STEM problem-solving abilities. These kids are so excited to be here. We create a game that the students have to design, build, and program a robot to play with and against other teams from all around the world.
The quality of play has been amazing, but more importantly has been the enthusiasm and the friendship building. Our program this year started with over 20,000 teams, and through our tournaments, our regional events, and our state championships, the top 1,600 teams qualified for this event.
Wow, this is VEX World. It's a whole different ball game. We walk in and you just see all these teams, all these different robots, all these different nations.
The moment I first walked in this building, they thought it wasn't real that I made it to Vex Worlds because we had been dreaming of this.
You can see from just going around and meeting the students, whether they're 7 years old, 17 years old, or they're in university already, we're able to engage and excite them through robotics. And that is really imperative because we want to empower young people anywhere in the world to really make anything.
At the end of the day, this doesn't have to be work. It can be enjoying, it can be fun. You can go after your passion and still have it make an impact, not only on yourself, but also on others.
We always turn toward technology to solve everything from critical diseases to just minor annoyances. Not only will they be changing the future, but also they can kind of get behind causes that are important to them. You could be a roboticist in so many different fields.
This has really been life-changing for them in terms of experiences. Now most of my students are saying, I want to become a mechanical engineer, an electrical engineer, biomedical engineer. These are possibilities now.
I can hire these kids who are coming out of these programs directly into the workforce because they have all the skills I would look for. They know how to work in a team. They know how to program. They know how to deal with real-world systems. They also know how to deal with failures, more importantly.
What we are trying to bring out in our students is the ability to be job ready. Whether it's Vex or anything else, the work is the same.
I cannot tell you how impressed we've been with the caliber of students that we've seen here. It's amazing. The time, the dedication, the perseverance are exactly the same types of things we're looking for in the U.S. Navy.
It shows them that everybody brings their own skill set. Somebody's better at one thing, somebody's better at something else, but they work together and it builds their confidence in solving problems.
Vex products are doing an incredible job inspiring kids to problem solve, to iterate, to basically create robots that are very particular.
Vex Robotics' vision is to give every student the ability to do robotics in elementary school, middle school, and high school. In order to achieve that, we can't just make hardware. We need to provide support materials like curriculum, activities, professional development.
It's my responsibility, and I think everybody's responsibility, to make sure that we provide on-ramps, to give them opportunities to provide the solutions that the world needs for the 21st century and beyond.
Vex Robotics is so much more than a competition. It's a community of people working together to make sure that the next generation is the best generation.
It is very important as a science and technology teacher to start a STEM class or club in your school. As a coach, one problem I personally have is a good knowledge of STEM program and competition to be able to sustain and guide my students. What has helped me is by using peer learning. And once I have a video or two to introduce the club activities and competition to them, I become a participant too in the program. The boys in my STEM club like competitions a lot. And so the STEM club program for me is driven by competition. Once the club members are interested in the competition, they push it to their parents for support. Creating a WhatsApp group for parents in my STEM club has helped a lot to rally support from them and also to pass information to them through it.
Wala pala akong sound. So, ayun, sir, yung ating mga platforms. So, those you've seen ng mga nag-speak are my friends. So, some of them from RoboRave International. Mr. Kingsley is a coach from Nigeria. And then there are, like, if you get to be involved into the competitions, especially sa mga international competitions, you get to meet all those CEO ng mga companies, yung mga tao doon na pwede kang ma-sponsor. So, doon po sila nakakakuha ng mga ano, opportunities for scholarship, minsan doon sila na-discover, and for those like universities na naandoon, na nag-join, sometimes they even watch the kids and then take them in, ina-absorb agad. Yung kumbaga nagko-compete lang yung bata, ipapasok agad sa Microsoft or ipapasok agad sa Google. So, as teachers, as mentors, we provide them opportunities na makasali sa mga ganitong klase ng mga learning opportunities. I remember one of my students who is very good nung nakasama namin sa Malaysia. She is now in Paris because she got the scholarship. When there was a selection in UP for those who will be sent into yung STEM conference sa Utah at saka sa Japan, yung isa kong robotics team member ang nakakuha ng scholarship. So he stayed in Utah for 10 days. He stayed in Japan for the scholarship also. And yung isa na tawag ko doon rescue kasi binabagsak niya yung mga classes niya, yung sa akin lang hindi. Unfair, di ba? Kasi parang yung sa class na lang ng robotics or ng ICT siya nag-i-invest. Pero it was worth it because now he is already part of a big company. He's now the web developer. And yung isa pa is ganun din, mababa yung mga score niya sa iba. So, kapag na-win natin yung mga bata sa ating program, na-encourage them to strive better at hindi pinapabayaan yung kanilang academics, yung isa ko doon is may-ari na siya ngayon ng companies. Marami na ring IT. Marami na ding CS, yung computer scientists, engineers. So, ayan. So, sana po ay na-encourage kayo na strive better para sa ating robotics and programming STEM program sa ating mga schools. Yan. May time pa. May Q&A pa tayo kaparaso. Natira. Ang dami po kasi. Hindi ko nga mailagay lahat. Sobrang dami. Baka kailangan ko ng part 2, part 3, part 4. Sabi ko nga sa inyo madami. Ayan, sir.
Okay. Test mic. Okay po ba ang audio ko? Sir Art?
Yes po.
Sir Norman, kumusta? Okay.
Yan, hello, good afternoon. Ma'am Jenilo, thank you for such a nice webinar about robotics. Ako, na-miss ko tuloy si aking mother university, ang Cavite State University, as you have mentioned na may tie-up kayo with the Cavite State University. Yan po.
Ngayon din time.
So ma'am, meron siya nag-mention sa ating comment na nag-try po siya ng Lightbook mobile apps at na-enjoy po niya si Sir Ruben de los Santos. Yan. So ano po ba mga available apps na pwede na i-try na ngayon habang face-to-face classes yung ating mga students?
Okay, so yun pong ating medyo may malakas na audio. Naririnig niyo po ba ako? So yung pong ating Lightbot, nire-remind ko lang po yung mga teachers natin na gagamit ng Lightbot. Yung Lightbot web version na pang desktop at laptop, the link opens sa mobile pero hindi mo siya magamit. Meron talagang app na Lightbot Hour of Code na yun po yung gagamitin pang mobile device. Ang pagkakaiba lang kasi yung sa desktop version is tawag dito, black code na text-based. Yung sa phone, sabi nga ni Sir Ruben, mas madaling gamitin kasi may images lang. So yung jump niya, imbis na jump, spring ang logo, ang icon doon sa ilalagay na codes. Pero ang mobile version ay may 3, yung basic niya is 3 layers, and then yung sa web version sa pang desktop ay 14 levels. So mas marami dun sa mobile version pero mas medyo madali ng konti kasi black coding. Meron din akong ano ba yung nakita kong tanong kanina. May nakita akong tanong kanina. Wait lang, ini-scan ko. Ayan, sabi ni Ma'am Mariel. Ayan, ayun pala, yun yung hinahanap ko. Any recommendations po na pwede gamitin sa thesis project or proposal yung may device po at i-code po siya para po may idea ako para sa software engineering subject namin na gagawin. So, si Sir Aljun, depende po, kasi meron tayong, marami tayong area sa application development and emerging technologies. Ang unang-unang sasuggest kong to consider is yung budget at saka yung timeline. Kasi kahit na meron tayong project na maisip pero hindi naman kaya ng time, hindi mo matatapos and it's going to pull you back sa graduation process, So, ang maganda po dyan is you undergo a design thinking solution. Example, ayan, katulad ng sabi ni Ma'am Manolita White. Can you cite an example of a simple robotics project? We always cater with the sustainability or sustainable development. A simple robotic project would be a sun energy catcher. So, meron diyang available na mga websites. Pwede pala ako mag-share. Wait lang po. Share natin. Share screen ako, sir. So, if you go, meron tayong mga simple projects dito sa Lego Education for those who have STEM. Lego Education, pwede po kayong pumunta sa Lego Classroom Solutions and STEM Solutions. Meron po ditong, share na ba ako, sir? Ang hindi. Pa-share screen ko po. Share screen ba ako? Ayun pala. Ayan. So, dito po sa education, professional development, meron po tayong sa resources. So, nandito po yung mga lesson plans na pwede nyong i-follow. So, meron po diyang mga topics like training the trackers for Spike Prime. Ano pa bang nandito ang mga lessons? Iba-iba po eh. Ayan, computational thinking skills. Sinasabi niya po kung anong kit ang kailangan. Ayan, may mga STEM theme park. Hindi ko pala napakita kanina yung meron po tayong pambata So, ang sample po yung mga duplo. Ito po yung sample natin. Ito ay animal bingo. So, ganito po yung ginagamit sa mga bata. So, pwede po natin yan 30 minutes na kaya nilang gawin. So, pwede silang mag-build. Sometimes they also make use of materials na readily available like straw, mga ganon. Meron din po, pwede din kayong pumunta sa Instructables. Instructables. Ayan. So, ito po yung yours for the making. Pag kinlik nyo po yan, marami po dyan projects. Ito po yung mga projects na pwede nyong gawin like repair of classic chair, segmented clock. Ito po ay STEM-based. So, marami po dyang simple projects na pwedeng gawin ng mga bata. Like ito, GPS GNSS receiver. Pwede po yan. Tingnan natin. Arduino po ang gamit dito. So, nandyan po yung step by step. Meron po yung components. Ito po yung kailangan yung i-ready. Na ito naman ay makikita. Wala lang po yung hat. Pero ito pong antenna wala. Pero all the rest, pwede nyong itry sa Tinkercad. You can download. Ito po may PDF version ito. It gives you a schematic diagram that you can download as well. May mga parts. Ayan. Nandyan po kayo pwedeng kumuha ng mga simple robotics project. Pwede rin naman po, i-search nyo lang po ang DIY STEM projects. So, sa DIY STEM projects, meron po silang mga ganitong, ayan, 25 STEM projects for kids. Ayan, tayo natin mag-load. Ayan, so mga magnets. Ayan, marami po dito. Sobrang dami. Balancing robot. So, meron siyang mga paddle boat. So, simple paddle boat. Just using rubber bands muna and then electromagnets. Marami po dyan. Mga DIY. Yung hindi kayo bibili. I-share dito sa comment section. Yun yung mga link. Pwede po. Wait, balikan natin. Ano po bang grade level, Sir Aljun, ang inyong cover? Kasi depende po sa grade level. Actually, Sir, pwede pala akong mag-send na lang po ako sa inyo ng yung isang link, yung nandun, wakelet na lang pala. Ise-send na lang po namin, dun sa, magagawa na lang po ako ng wakelet ng may mga links ng resources. I-send na lang po natin dun sa pinang-register nilang email siguro. Para doon na lang po natin isi-send.
So, mas mabuti po, ma'am.
Para mabilis tayo. Mas madami. Okay? Ayan, hello po sa mga nasa Nasugbu. Meron pa po ba silang question? Si Ma'am Elmarie. This is my first time to engage with this kind of activity in science. Very informative siguro yan, but I don't have those things. Okay, kung kailangan niyo po ng simulator pala, pwede po kayong pumunta sa... Ay nako sir, sorry. Mag-share ulit ako. Madami kasing source. Madami kasing source.
Sige ma'am.
Pwede niyo pong i-type ang PET Colorado. So, ito pwede nating i-search. I-send ko dun sa StreamYard. Ayan, share screen natin. So, dito po sa PET Colorado, it's an interactive simulator, no? Ang gagawin po natin, ayan, sinishare
Very
dito.
familiar po rin sa science and math.
Opo, ito yung nagagamit sa science and math. Ito po yung mga subjects covered niya. Physics, Chem, Math, Earth Science, Bio, Sims, Prototypes, and Translated Sims. Dito lang po tayo sa simulators para makita natin yung mga simulators. Let's say, gusto ko po sa Physics. Ito po yung mga, halimbawa ang topic nyo, motion. Motion. Pwede pong i-uncheck nyo tong iba. Para motion lang matira. So, ito lang po, collision lab, energy skate. So, ito po ay downloadable. So, flash po ito. So, pag dinownload nyo yan, pwede nyong i-play. May feedback tayo, sir. Ito na naman yung mahiwaga kung sara natin yung iba. Mahiwaga akong internet. Close natin yung iba. Para mag-load siya. Ay, nako. Bagal. Sorry po. Ayan, ayaw. Ayaw niya mag-load. Pero, para makita nyo lang, try nating maliit lang. Ay. Ayaw talaga. So, pakita ko na lang po. So, kung math, ito po yung mga simulators niya. So, meron po siyang area, algebra tiles, decimals, multiplication, arithmetic, ano ba? Balancing act, fraction, curves, equality, and po yung mga pagpipilian graph. So, may mga models, linear at saka quadratic. Ayan po yung atin. At saka number line sa mga bata. And sa science naman, Chem, if you go with Chem, ito yung balancing equations. Acid-base solution simulator. Try ko nga isa pa, last na. Last kong try. O sakali. Ayan. So, pwede pong introduction. And then, you can change this kung ito ay strong acid, weak acid, strong base. And then, may solvent ka, anong mangyayari. And then, may tools ka. Dip mo yung pH sensor, anong lalabas. So, pag dinip ko yan, 12. Kapag water, 7. Kapag base. So, yung mga basic na ganun, pwede nyo po ditong i-simulate. Ayan, nag-run siya. Buti naman. Earth Science. So, ito po yung ating mga sample. Ayan. Pwede po bang ma-replay? Opo, pwede ma-replay. So, ayan, madami. Spectrum, gas properties. Sobrang dami po dito sa PET simulates. And marami pa pong iba. Hindi po kayo mauubusan. Stop share natin. Ayan po. Yan. Asa na ba? Ano pa ba silang tanong? How do beginners learn robotics? Ayun po. Simulation. Yung mga simulations po, yun lang po yung Ma'am Jen. Ma'am Jen Flores Ferrer. Para sa mga walang kit, yung mga simulator lang po ang ating magagamit so far. So if you want, may nagtanong po kasi kanina if I can share my slides. Yung iba po kasing nasa slides ko ay proprietary. Hindi ko po siya basta pwedeng i-share. Pwede nyo namang i-review. Like yung sa high-tech material po yun, nagpaalam lang po ako. And yung Felta material po yun, tsaka Lego. Tsaka yung aking iba. So, kapag po gusto nyo pa pong malaman yung iba, pwede po kayong mag-contact sa akin or kay sir para po and then if you want for your schools, then we do conduct workshops and trainings under the STEMify Robotics Learning Center. We do have simulators for the dalawang klase. VRVEX, we have lessons under the center. Then there are parang 7-month long. Kapag mag-enroll ka, 7 months kayo, maumay kayo sa dami ng lessons doon. So, may mga short courses, may mga free courses din, may mga paid courses. Depende po sa certification program. So, yan. Ano pa ba?
Okay, so parang wala na pong tanong. So kung wala na po, proceed po tayo sa evaluation link po natin para sa napaka-interesting na event po natin this afternoon.
Ayan po. Yes po, Ma'am Carmera. Thank you po, Ma'am.
Okay, permission po, Ma'am Jen. So hindi po nakakakuha ng achievement code ng ating last weekly webinar po. Ito po ang ating code. That was conducted by Sir Art together with Sir Norman. Okay, that is for the weekly achievement code. And also for my Microsoft Office 365 achievement code na hindi pa po nakakakuha, ito po ang code po natin. Okay, so okay, so Digital Technician Certificate of Recognition is presented to Ma'am Janilo Pangilinan Real, licensed professional teacher, for generously shared her expertise as the speaker of the free webinar on STEMify Your Classrooms, embracing the promises and challenges of engaging in the robotics and programming world via YouTube Live on May 7, 2021. Signed, Benavides P. Hiranjo Jr., founder of Digital Tech Nation. So, Sir Norman and Sir Art, baka may may mga mensahe po kayo para sa ating mga participants. Sige po, Sir Art.
Yan. So, good afternoon po ulit. So, again, thank you, Ma'am Jenny. So, sa lahat po ay parang patikim po ito ni Ma'am Jenny Lu. So, yung mga nagising, na-motivate ni Ma'am Jenny Lu dito sa amin sa Batangas, yung mga gusto po na ma-engage sa robotics, pwede niyo po ako itap, si Sir Norman itap, and lalapit po tayo kay Ma'am Jenny Lu for robotics. Ma'am, thank you very much po.
Welcome po, sir.
Hello
Welcome
po.
po, Sir Den.
Ah,
Art and
hapon
code.
po sa inyo.
Tsaka Sir Art,
Ma'am
magparamdam.
Jen.
Ayan, nakita. Si Sir Norman pala.
Ah, thank you ma'am sa very informative sa robotics at medyo nagkaroon ako ng interest talaga sa robotics. Kaya lang ang naging problema is medyo mahal talaga yung materials. Pero siguro naman ay mapapaghanda niya.
Malapit na yung bonus, sir. Mid-year. Meron naman po starter kits. You can start as low as 600 pesos. Pinakamahal is yung humanoid. That's 200 plus thousand isa.
Wow. Yari na naman tayo sa city savings niya pag kaya na kinuha.
Opo, sir.
Ma'am, maraming salamat po.
Welcome po.
Napakaganda. And then I hope magkaroon tayo ng next episode for this kind of webinar.
Yes po, kahit ano lang, hands-on lang ng sensor pad. At ito naman po, masubukan naman po namin.
Apo.
Okay, so bago po tayo magbukas, any parting words po from Jen para sa ating mga participants?
Ayan, thank you po sa nagstay, mga team matatag, and hello po sa mga team replay at yung mga participants po na naghahanap ng evaluation link. Salamat po. Parang Gina sila evaluate ako. Kinakabahan tuloy ako sa magiging result ng kanilang evaluation. Ayan. Sana po ay na-encourage kayo to start. Huwag po kayong matakot kasi part po naman is yung failing but we learn from the failure. So, i-embrace po natin yung challenge and then we come up strong para sa mga bata, para sa ating future. Kasi tayo, ayan, di pa sir, di pa mga friends ko, hi Sir Richard. So, ayan po yung ating tatandaan na we are just passing the baton, ano, kasi hindi ko naman matuturuan lahat. So, sana ma-help nyo ako na maturuan yung iba. And ang gusto ko lang talagang, ang pinaglalaban ko lang talaga dito, Sir Art and Sir Norman, is STEM education should be for everyone. Walang mayaman, walang mahirap, walang hindi kayang matutunan kung gusto mo talagang matuto. And we have to give everyone a fair chance. We have to build empathy towards our end users, that's our student, and tulong-tulong na lang po tayo kasi ang mga bata is kailangan mabigyan ng chance para magkaroon sila ng encouragement and magkaroon ng magandang future. Para hindi na kailangan ng ayuda. Na tayo na lang yung magbibigay ng ayuda kasi we are successful in the field. Hindi pwedeng aasa lang tayo sa government. We have to do it on our own as much as we can. Yun po. Salamat po sa nag-attend. Hello, Team
Yes,
Replay.
ma'am. So, paano kaya ma'am kung kaming lahat po ay magpaampon sa inyo? Ano po?
Ang dami po. US na mga inaampon. Ayan. And hinahelp ko lang po sila sa pag-facilitate. Ayun. So, means pagka mga after some time, kaya na nila mag-isa, nilelet go. Parang orphanage lang po ako. Parang ganun. Parang ganun lang. Tapos they can stand on their own. Pa-comment daw po ng link, sabi, evaluation link. Para i-click na lang.
Okay. Muli po, Ma'am Jen, maraming salamat po talaga sa pag-connect po sa inyong expertise para po sa ating mga followers. Sa kay Sir Norman, kay Sir Art, and sa lahat pong ngayon pa lang nakapapasok at sa magiging team replay po. Maraming salamat po. Isa naman pong magandang hapon po sa ating pagtatalakayan ngayon, sa ating pagsasama para po sa ating magiging bago na namang kaalaman na pwede natin i-apply sa ating pagtuturo po. Kila po sa science and math, pwede naman po ito ay across curriculum po. Okay, so once again, goodbye po sa lahat. Ma'am Jen, Sir Art, Sir Norman.
Thank you po.
Thank you, thank you. Hello, Sir
Yes, sir.
Opo, baka pwede natin sila invite for our webinar by tomorrow.
Sige po. Nakalimutan ko pala. So again, by tomorrow, another webinar po based po sa schedule na post po natin. Tomorrow, Microsoft Teams for Education. Schedule po natin is 1:30 to 4 po. Kung maagang matapos, mas maganda po. But that would be definitely hands-on po tayo. So kung ano ang gagawin ko, sabayan niyo po ako. Okay? But sa mga mayroong idea na po sa Microsoft Teams, so as a sort of refreshing po. Okay, salamat Sir Art sa paalala.
Okay, so yan, by tomorrow po ulit. Again, meron naman po tayong webinar regarding Digital Tech Nation. So pumasama po tayo bukas 1:30 onward. And this will be a webinar workshop na naman po. So thank you very much for the participant for today's webinar. Sir Ben, thank you.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Sir Gwen, salamat.
Okay, salamat Sir Roman, salamat Sir Art.
Bye po.
Okay, stay safe always po. Bye-bye.